Although multiple reports of stolen police cars exist, why do officers still leave doors unlocked and keys inside? After the tragedy in our last video that led to the death of 3 innocent people, today we're witnessing even more cases of police negligence. Let's start with the case of a man who stole 2 police cars during a single chase while completely surrounded by officers.
Oh, you kidding me?
In the initial chase, the suspect tore down a busy freeway at high speeds, dodging several police attempts to stop him, including multiple failed pit maneuvers. Finally, an officer used his training to full effect, slamming into the fleeing vehicle and forcing it off the road. Within seconds, the crashed car was boxed in by law enforcement, but what followed stunned everyone.
Hey, y'all, do not walk up on this car. We got enough people up here. Dog! Let the dog!
The suspect somehow escaped from the wrecked patrol unit, hijacked another police vehicle right in front of them, and took off once again at full speed.
He's on the move again in a Coco K9 Explorer going north on 95. Air 1, follow that car. He got another car.
Air 1's got that, still northbound.
Now the officer should try to stop it once again.
Any other vehicle dealing with them, block your doors. Just stick it. Alright. Delta 32, I thought northbound. Which car? The Coco car?
Coco SUV. In the shoulder right now.
Stick it! Hey, both Port Orange units, full stick it! Are there guns in the front of the car? Ask the K9 handler from Coco. He says yes, there probably is.
Finally, the officer's efforts paid off, and now you can see the wheels smoking. Soon, the suspect will have to surrender or risk his life by continuing to drive.
Alright, he's braking for the median, guys. He's braking for the median. Braking for the median. Everybody slow down. Don't ball up here.
It's underneath the wires. Underneath the wires.
In the end, the car was stopped and the suspect was apprehended, but the case was still embarrassing. In this next incident, we see yet another police vehicle left running and unlocked. An officer was called to handle a civil dispute involving a taxi driver accused of stealing a passenger's belongings, but unexpectedly, the officer notices something unusual happening with his own patrol car.
Once you find out who it is and go through that.
Lady got in your car, cop car.
What? 6-0 Ferndale, a girl just got in 6-0 and took off. She's northbound Woodward.
10-4. Is there a car close?
The officer quickly radios for backup and reports the suspect's information.
A black female walked across Woodward. I was talking to the gentleman at the bus stop. She got in the driver's seat and took off, northbound on Woodward.
You got a GPS on your truck?
Yeah, there's GPS.
Luckily, with the devices equipped in police cars, it doesn't take long to locate the stolen vehicle on the road.
Sounds like we have a crash, 7 Mile and Snowpool.
In the car still? Get the fuck out of the car!
Get the fuck out of the car, you motherfucker!
Grab it. Come here. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. That's mine. Put her in this.
612 Ferndale. You notify EPD for...
Do you know how many lives you just put in danger?
What a dummy.
You know how many people you just put in danger doing this? Yeah. Unbelievable. Get in.
As her driving skills weren't great, she ended up slamming into a parked car, totaling the police cruiser and damaging several other vehicles along the way. All of these could have been avoided if the officer had just locked his car to begin with.
What is she doing?
Trying to steal your car.
Next, how this girl managed to steal the police car will leave you with questions. Back in 2018, officers pulled over a woman named Angie who was driving a car that had been reported stolen.
I borrowed from Stephen Curtis. He told me that I could borrow it. I swear I did not steal this vehicle.
How long has Steven had it?
He picked me up today.
Have you seen him in it before?
Yes.
Do you know how he got it?
No, he bought it. If he did steal it, I'm going to have to go to jail and pay the price for it.
Since the car was reported stolen, Angie was the one driving it, and she has a track record. It's safe to assume she's lying about something.
All right. Well, Stephen took the vehicle without permission. Okay? It was reported as stolen. Okay?
Oh.
So you're in possession of it.
I didn't know. Please.
Not to mention your driving status is flagged. So you're not even supposed to be driving. So you're going to jail.
Please, is there anything I can do? I work with them. Please, I worked with them on 11th and Garnett with murders and the whole prostitution thing. The Secret Service with the counterfeiting. Please, I told this officer where you can get paper tags and all that stuff. I will work with you guys.
You know what?
I didn't know it was stolen.
No matter how emotional her story sounded, it didn't change the reality of the situation. The officer, not taking any chances, places her in the patrol car while they dig deeper into the case. But strangely, he puts her in the front seat, with the engine still running.
And I don't feel like spending the rest of my shift trying, because I think this is all going to be a bunch of BS anyway.
Well, what is she doing?
Try to steal your car.
Stop! David 136, suspect just stole my vehicle, is heading southbound on Memorial from 33rd.
Angie moves over to the driver's side, secures the door, and takes off at full speed. Now, the police have no choice but to stop the car right away.
Oh God, oh God.
She decides to turn off the main road to find a place to hide. Now is time to leave the vehicle and run away.
Is that her right there? There she is.
Come here now!
Get on the ground.
Put your hands over your head. Put your hands over your head. Will somebody answer her head so we can put them back
This short chase and foot pursuit was all she got, along with a heavier case and more charges. Now, she's definitely going to jail.
I've seen some stupid stuff, but my gosh. Andy hit a car with it?
You guys told me that I was going to jail for something that I did not do.
You just stole a police car.
Now I'm going to jail for something I did.
Well, there we go. Silver linings.
At least Angie is going to jail. The next case is even more shocking. In Colorado, a man named Sanchez became the target of a police hunt after authorities claimed he was deliberately ramming into cars and causing wrecks across town.
379, slowed down. Speeds of 28. Hit maneuver. Hold traffic.
TVI successful.
Soon they arrested him, but was that really the end?
Out of the vehicle! Out of the vehicle! Out of the vehicle! On the ground! What's going on? I got dogs out there, What the fuck? Hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! What's going on? My girlfriend fucking shot at me, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
At first, Sanchez looks scared and confused, but then he pulls off something totally unexpected. While sitting in the back of the patrol car, he somehow twists his handcuffed arms under his legs, bringing them to the front, all in preparation for what he's about to do next. Oddly enough, there was no barrier between the front and back seats, and the keys were already sitting in the ignition. But the real shocker, a police service rifle was just lying there on the passenger seat. So now, he wasn't just driving off in a stolen car, he was armed and on the run.
need as many sets of stop sticks set up as you can get.
Can you get a hold of State Patrol and find out if this individual is armed, please?
He's not anymore. I'll take my rifle.
The rifle is in the vehicle, passing the 390. Speed's 123. Marked Charger is the one that was stolen. I'm in the gray unmarked. He's driving down the middle of the lane. Get stop sticks out.
Officers quickly zero in on stopping the car. Every second he keeps driving like this, innocent lives are at risk. Their next move? Deploying spike strips designed to bring dangerous pursuits to an end.
Coming at you, Jay. First car.
Coming up on stop sticks. You missed him. Continuing eastbound.
One coming up right now, and I'll come up behind him.
Sanchez managed to dodge most of the spike strips and is still tearing down the freeway at dangerously rising speeds. But officers are confident this tactic will wear him down sooner or later.
You got sticks set?
Good sticks. We got a 10.
Finally, the spike strips worked, but Sanchez lost control and crashed into a truck stopped at the side of the road. While Sanchez was pronounced dead, the semi-truck driver sustained no injuries.